All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at... And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Giants. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Down. 185. Check. No. Let's do it.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The throw complete here to Williams, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Let's go.
A gain of 7, and the Raider first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Jacobs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
What now? What it is? Guys, game situation. Let's go.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Carr dancing to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And he is all the way up past the 25. Trying to get it to Landry there. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. 27 yards there, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to the back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
10 yards, good for a giant first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We got 3 down. Key 26. Tight dog. Check 4. Kill.
To throw on third down. Jones gives this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
A 25-yard attempt.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And Rosas puts this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Carr. Complete. Smith has it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Raiders.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good.
Now Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And this one's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. 3rd down here.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 637. 29 Mike 29. Here we go. Here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Check 99. Check 99. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Switch.
61. Matchbox lights. Fire.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 1st down. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. It's Barkley on the counter. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
SOS.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Set. 90 Wolf.
Watch twist.
Gone.
Watch the safety creep.
Now.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
I'm going to run you over. Shit.
Hey, lock it.
Check 25.
Now Jones off the play fake. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. He's got his man. This is Tate. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Leo!
Check, check, check. Quick down.
From the gun, Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Check 26. Single. Single slot. Hey, watch it.
Topper! You're out!
He's checking. Crash.
Shoot!
Now Saquon Barkley. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Ready?
Mark 55. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Nice, sweetheart.
Ready?
Throwing Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Lakers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Carr. And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check 43.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Weil now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Rock it. Check. Recon, 152 fighter.
Hey, watch the ship. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Get it.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
6-6, pull it high.
He was brought down by Carl Joseph. 4 yards on the pickup.
Under 10.
49, check 49. Go. Fight.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Box drop.
Let's get off the field.
Hey, Sam off.
He's checking crap.
Big rip.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. He completes it to Tate. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. Jones on 1st and 10. Looking for Shepard deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
Let's go, fellas.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The rookie first-rounder Jonathan Abram there to knock it away. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Watch out. Check your hot read.
On 3rd down, Jones. Looking for Shepard deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
93.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Flushed out right. And this one complete to Smith. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. To throw his Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary have really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Down. 29.
29 is the mic.
Shotgun now for Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Down. 180.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's go one more.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, we're good. 180.
Mike 59. 59.
Here's Carr to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now it's Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Finds his tight end Ingram, and he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Sponge!
Operating from the gun, Jones. Being chased, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Come on out here. Come get some.
You draw Corker. Stand.
Here. Joker. Back. Kill. Hey, switch gears. Big Ed.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Get ready. Rock it. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Let's go.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Run. Check three. Kill.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead stretches 16-3 now. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Carr. It's caught, Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Carr now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. It's complete to Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now, Carr again. This is caught by Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jamal Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. The extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Scott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and long.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Check 31, check 31. Showing up, showing up.
From the gun, Jones. It's caught, Shepard. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Two-jet bombers. Two-jet bombers. Look, squeeze.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Shoot.
On first down, Scott. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And 6 yards to go.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Look at me. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. He's got it to Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 46-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Back to throw, Carr. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Buying time, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21.
Let's go, Jesus.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. To throw is Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for John Smith. Incomplete. It's 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Landry the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Now Carr. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jonnu Smith with 4 seconds remaining, as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Oakland, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.